Hey guys, how's it going? Corporate here. And first I want to apologize. I'm doing this recording with my dog laying next to me and he's snoring like a mug, so if you can hear that, I apologize ahead of time. I want to introduce the video first because I always seem to forget that. This is a 200 ticket TDM on Sienne Crossing. I'm obviously here using SG553. This gun is completely stock. I think it might have been my first round. No, I had played with it before, but it had no unlocks. You see, I do get the Corba sight eventually, or the what is it called? The red dot sight. I start very, very strong. I do a ton of work. I might have been like 18-2 or something like that. But then, like, it's typical to me, I start leaking kills out. I get stubborn. I run into a couple guys that are, like, literally laying prone, camping a doorway. And rather than just leave them be, I think I'm kind of Superman Rambo. And I keep running at them, and I take a whole bunch of deaths. Also, take note how many times I die to somebody that's about, like, 5 or 10 health. I don't remember a match where I had so many. I think I tried to leave them in there where I noticed them when I was editing. But it was over 5, probably 6 or 7 or 8. So, you know, if I swing those at the end of the match, I mean, this game's pretty great round for me. Overall, I'm loving the SG553. It's one of my favorite weapons now. So far, it's my favorite in the engineer class. But I'll talk about that at the end. First, I wanted to talk about how I've decided to do the weapon review series. I know you guys are all pretty anxious about that. I got a list of weapons I want to do. I'm in the process of playing and getting to know the weapons. It's taking a little longer than I thought because I don't have all the unlocks for everything now since everything's changed so much. I kind of wish I was doing this on Xbox where I have everything unlocked, but I'm not. I'm doing it on PC. So I'm going to do one class per video. So in other words, the first video that I'm going to do is going to be the assault class. In that video, I'm going to talk about all the weapons, and I'm going to tell you my pros and cons. Some of them I won't talk that much if I don't think they're worth talking about. Other ones I'll get into more detail as I think they're going to be, pretty popular weapons. I can't guarantee you I'm going to get footage of every weapon just because, time constraints on a video. I don't want to put out a 25-minute video. And it just depends on what kind of footage I get while playing. Because I do want to get these out in a timely manner. I'm shooting to have that assault class one up in the next... I probably won't release it over the weekend because views are usually pretty bad. So I'll probably look for maybe putting that in on Monday. So keep your eyes open. I'll get it out to you just as soon as I can, guys. I do promise. But understand, I'm really working hard to get to know the weapons. I don't want to just, throw a video out, be a view whore, and get views. I'm not about that. What I'm trying to do is be accurate and give you the best advice I can. I'm going to also discuss all the attachment combos I like on any of the specific guns. And I'm going to discuss the types of engagements you should be looking for with those guns that I found work the best. Again, I don't claim to be an expert at anything. I don't claim to be a competitive player that acting like a coach. This is more me just kind of thinking out loud, bouncing ideas off you guys, and this is, in my experience, what I recommend. I just hope it'll be helpful for you guys. As far as my general patch opinions, it's hard to say. I'm still mixed right now. I'm generally enjoying the gunplay. I have a couple gripes. Last night was a little bit of an eye-opener. I had a great day yesterday, but then last night was a little tougher. I played Grand Bazaar. Usually might be my favorite map, especially on TDM. I just destroy that map. I know all the alleyways. I know everything about that map. And I usually run and gun pretty crazy and have a good time. Last night it was trench warfare. Nobody was moving. I mean, literally. You would hide behind a car and you would duck down and you would peek out and try to take people down. And I mean, that's what it was. And it was really frustrating. It was really boring. It was really annoying. And I hated seeing one of my favorite maps, like that. It was basically, if you peeked your head out, a sniper would take your head off. And I don't know if that's because of the patch or if that was just a weird server I ended up. I'm hoping it was just an oddity. I really don't know. I'm going to have to try and play a bunch more times before I formulate an opinion, because I'm really hoping that was just a rare, weird game. It was tough. It was kind of disheartening. I felt a little, I was like, maybe I was wrong about this patch. But then this match right here was the very next match, and I was using this gun, having a great time. It was a different server, I believe. I don't think I was on the same server, but anyway. And you can see everybody's running around. Nobody's really, towards the end, I think when it kind of became clear they were going to lose, two guys, I think, just kind of started playing douchey, but what are you going to do? Like I said, I should have just left them alone and moved on and kept playing my game, but I have a problem with that. I get on tilt, I get angry at people playing like retards, and I keep trying to just take stupid deaths trying to get them out. The biggest issue I have right now, this patch, like I said, tanks is a big issue for people. That's not a big issue for me. I don't play it that often. My biggest issue is suppression. They have beefed up suppression. I don't even know. It feels like they doubled it. It feels like, you are in full suppression much quicker, and that full suppression just destroys your accuracy. Okay, and it makes it really hard. It makes it almost impossible to turn on somebody who shoots you first and win. And I used to love that. That was like one of my favorite parts of the game, is, you know, evading that guy, turning on him, and getting the kill. I mean, that was one of the best parts of the game. It basically, right now, it rewards people for missing you, which it just seems backwards as a core of a game, you know. How it goes down now, for the most part, is the guy shoots. So let's say you're running, you don't see a guy, like right here, me shooting this guy. I take him right down. So either I'm going to shoot you and he'll land with my first bullet, and, you know, now I have a huge advantage, you're most likely going to die. Or I miss you, okay? And now you're fully suppressed, so now you can't turn on me, so I just adjust and I take you out. It's really hard to now win gunfights. This is why I love this gun. You just turn. It's a great gun, guys. Definitely check it out. It just makes it tough. And another thing, how does snipers suppress you? Like, that's the thing. You peek your head out, right? And either the sniper blows your forehead open with a gun, or he suppresses you fully. And I don't understand how a sniper rifle suppresses. I understand how a sniper would scare the hell out of you so that you don't want to peek your head out. But if I do decide to peek my head out and look down range and try to engage, I shouldn't be suppressed at all. There's no more bullets flying by my head. There's one bullet, gone. You know, an LMG, sure. You know, even an AK or something like that, fine. A sniper rifle, you can't let them have all that damage and be able to suppress you. It doesn't work, in my opinion. In my opinion, they need to do one of two things. Okay, they need to revert the suppression all the way back to what it was, all the way back to 4 days ago, before the patch. I would be incredibly happy with how the guns play then. Or what I really think they should do, they should revert everybody back to pre-patch, except for the belt-fed LMGs, those big cumbersome, the saws. I think it's, you know, those guys, the M60s and all that. Why? Because now suddenly those big cumbersome weapons that are pretty much bipod only are going to be added a lot of value, and they're going to become very important chess pieces. You know, think Grand Bazaar, the B flag. All right, dude, you run the M60 and you hold that B flag once we cap it. Nobody's coming down that alleyway with one guy with a belt-fed, you know, LMG with this suppression. It's just not going to happen. So I think it would add a lot of strategy, a lot of tactics. That's what I think they should do. You know, stuff like this is what makes me really wonder, does DICE even playtest their own game? I don't know. Like, how does this work? How do you play this game and think that this is not overdone? And now think to the future, guys. Imagine a suppression on the close quarters DLC in a tiny little hallway with no cover and no way to run away. It's gonna be a disaster. So I gotta think they're gonna tone it down. The question is just when. You know, with their track record, who knows? All right, who knows? So that's my biggest gripe of the patch. It's really my only gripe. I don't want to sound like I'm hating on it. As far as guns and attachments, the consensus seems to be, between other videos I've seen, forums, whatnot, that the two main combos of attachments that people are using right now are the heavy barrel and the foregrip combined together. They work in such a way that the heavy barrel gives a lot of recoil, and the foregrip just kind of helps you control that. You do take an accuracy bonus, but trade it off with the heavy barrel's first shot accuracy buff. It's a decent trade-off, and, you know, it just helps you. It gives you a penalty on that first shot bonus that you get from the heavy barrel, but the foregrip helps you get that second and third shot on target. Or the flash suppressor with no other passive perk, and by that I mean, or no other passive attachment. You know, flash suppressor with something like bipod or the underbarrel railing, that's fine, but you wouldn't use foregrip or anything like that. You just use straight flash suppressor, and flash suppressor is great. It really reduces your recoil. The 44 Magnum, I gotta add, is a monster. It received a damage buff, it received a fire rate buff, and it got a lesser reload time, and it is a monster. It's a little tricky to use. You gotta be really steady aim. You gotta make your shots count, but if you can, it is, I think, by far the best pistol out there. The M16 is still great, probably still my favorite gun. Primarily, I'm using it with just the flash suppressor. Probably use the underbarrel rail, something like that. The L85. I've been using it with the heavy barrel and foregrip. It's great. It's a laser. I need to test it with the flash suppressor. I haven't unlocked it yet. The AK-74M is great. Heavy barrel, foregrip as well. And I need to test that with the flash suppressor as well. I haven't unlocked it yet. The G3A3 with a heavy barrel and foregrip in semi-automatic mode is incredibly accurate. And we all know it hits really hard. So it's a powerful weapon. It takes a little getting used to, but you should definitely check it out. And the M4A1, I haven't used it yet, but I have been the victim of this thing so many times, and every time is a one-shot kill. So I'm dying to check it out. I just haven't had a US-sided map yet. but it looks really strong. I hesitate. I almost say too strong. I just feel like it's one shooting me all the time. So there's my continued opinions. A little setup on how I'm going to do the weapon review. And I hope this was a little informative for you guys. And look forward to the next videos that are going to be the review series, okay? I hope you're having a good weekend, or going to have a good weekend. And I will talk to you soon. Take care.